Hey guys, never stop talking to you today, and we are going to be taking a look at some tweets that Dragon Ball Legends have released. So we've got this first one where they introduce a few changes that are going to happen with this weekly reset. First of all, we're getting like the ability to hold more slot removers. At first you could hold it up to 300, now we can go to 999. This is a massive update if you ask me, because a lot of times I'd be at 300 and I'd have to just like store as much as possible just with missions and everything, or in the gift box, so that I just had some spare, because I'd have just a lot left over waiting for maybe a new unique equipment to come out so that I can use the slot removers for them, because you tend to use hundreds, maybe even thousands of slot removers sometimes, and it's on one equipment as well. So I agree with this little change here. 300 to 999 is nice. Recycle center update, exchange event exclusive ultra characters, multi-Z power for Zenny. So that's just another way to get more Zenny. If you got more, wow, I think it's for the free-to-play ultras, you have too much multi-Z power for them, so you get Zenny back for it. I just should do more Legends missions. So added new missions for clearing challenges in the main story. So that's going to be interesting how that changes. Is it going to be, they've made it so that there's a new section where you get to complete this extra amount of missions? I don't know, but we'll see. That's always good for getting more crystals, as you can see there. And then other game updates, updated platinum coin exchange shop lineup, which is decent, and weekend medal exchange shop lineup, so we can get maybe a few more extra things depending on what they add. That could be huge. If it's just like some random other stuff that you could get more of, or like better energy and that sort of stuff, then it's not too worth it. But hopefully they do something nice here that makes it pretty good. But time to move on to the main thing that Legends tweeted, and that is we are getting Super Baby 2 Zenkai Awakening. He is gonna be incredible. I actually made a video on this dude without a Zenkai, well, without his Zenkai at all. He was 3 times Zenkai buffed and he looked very good. So now that he's got the ability to reduce allied GT and regen sub count by 5, switch to standby to cancel allied GT and regen abnormal conditions and get more firepower, he will be pretty good in this meta if you ask me. Because if we take a look at him at the moment at 14 stars, when he's at the best he could be, he hasn't got the most impressive stats. He's a support type, so support types tend to not get the best stats ever, like 216,000 strike attack, 225,000 blast attack. Defenses aren't too bad, and I feel like his defenses are probably going to be his strongest asset when he gets his Zenkai Awakening. But honestly, if they make it so that his blast is around the 250,000, maybe even around 260,000, pushing it to 270,000, then I'll take it. But I feel like his blast needs to be some of the highest, if anything, because he is a blast based unit. If you take a look at the main ability, Evil Lust for Vengeance, at the moment all it does is plus 50. This is actually really good just on its own here. Plus 50% to allies health restoration for 60 time accounts, because there are a lot of units out there who have health restoration, and to have it so that you get 50% more, that's gonna make a huge difference with the amount people can recover, especially over 60 time accounts. So that's really good. Plus 40% to damage inflicted by allied GT or regen for 20 time accounts. Maybe they'll increase that to 50%. I don't know whether they'll increase this higher, maybe make it last for a bit longer, or increase it to 60%. But at the moment, these are 2 pretty decent main abilities, and then reduce the damage by 20%. Maybe increase that to 25%, and then that'll be overall a good main ability. Like, it is very good. Okay. A grudge against Saiyans, plus 40% to damage inflicted against the following tags. So this is what I was talking about. He does more damage against Saiyans and hybrid Saiyans, and in this meta where it's pretty much hybrid Saiyans and you see the occasional Saiyan, as you do have the ultra Saiyans in the game who do really well still. You got Gogeta, Super Vegito and Brody. Those Saiyans are seen quite a lot in this meta, and honestly it makes a massive difference, a unit that actually can tear them apart. So if this dude does a lot of damage and has this additional damage against hybrid Saiyans and Saiyans, this will be a very good addition to the meta. Okay, Tough Science notifies own attribute downgrades cannot be cancelled. That's decent. Applies the following effects to allied GT or region when this character is switched to standby. Restores health by 10% and plus 50% to damage inflicted for 20 time accounts. See, the good thing about this is that I believe this happens just over and over again. So this will just overall restores health by 10% plus 50% to damage inflicted. Maybe increase that to 20% and it'll be a bit better. But this I think is really strong on its own. Like applies the following effects to allied GT or region. I think he's gonna be more, I think we see it here as well, he's more to do with GT and region, them two tags. So they're not gonna change it so that this is just applies effects to allied characters in general. It'll always be like this tag GT or tag region is what I think. If they change it so that it's just to NA ally, that'll be pretty nice, so that you can, I believe he is a powerful opponent, so if you run him on powerful opponent, he's a Saiyan as well, so if you run him on a Saiyan team in general, he can, as the leader slot, give them nice support. But I feel like they're pushing him towards the GT and region side, which kind of makes sense. Those are two tags that kind of need a lot of help at the moment, and he's gonna be fantastic for them. A few things I think they should add with the other two uniques that will come is more damage inflicted. Like he should just get like an extra 50% in general, more damage reduction. Card draw speed would be great, and notification of cover change of some sort. Any of these things will be fantastic in my opinion, because we need a unit who doesn't need to worry about cover change with GT or region, because you have a few units in these cases that can just ignore cover change, but there's not a lot, and we do need that. So any sort of those additions to him will just make him even more valuable, and maybe even some more support here and there rather than just some health back and some damage increase. So that'll be interesting to see how they go about making this character really good, because he does need like some of those additions to be like one of them top tier Zenkais. Okay, with his blue card, deals major explode damage, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, plus 50% to strike damage received. Maybe if they could change this to massive, that'd be huge. But if it stays major, that's not too bad. This needs to change to plus 50% to damage received in general. I feel like the team is getting, well, GT and region are getting a few more blast based units introduced. So to have it strike damage received is not the greatest, but to have it so that you just have damage received in general, that'd be nice. Otherwise, increase it to 20% or increase the timer counts for a bit longer, and it'll be a pretty decent special move. Okay, with the green card, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts is not bad actually. It could be increased to 30%. That'll help him out a bit more, making him that a bit more powerful. Restores own key by 35 on hit. It's comboable with anything he could do, which ain't too bad, but maybe increase this to 40, because 35 isn't too much. That's like another strike, another blast if you only gain like let's say you just about use the green card, which costs 19, you get 35 more. You could use like a strike, a blast, and maybe if you charge it and everything, you get another strike in. But it needs to be some sort of amount that you can actually use a blue card afterwards as well. So I think 40, maybe 45 would be nice, but overall this is not a bad green card at all. Maybe they should implement the card draw speed into this, or the addition of like he gains a strike or blast, or draws another card of some sort, or even gets the notification of cover change when he uses this. That would be pretty nice to just have it on command whenever you get the green card off. So hopefully they do add that to him, because that would be amazing. And other than that, the last thing I think is he will buff blue GT units. Now if we take a look at GT, there are too many blue GT units out there that are fantastic. You got Ice Shenron, Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku, you got himself, the EX in Shenron. You got Pan, who honestly could look pretty good, as she's got a Zenkai now. With another Zenkai buff, she could look pretty good. And other than that, I'd say Super Baby 2, Pan, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku are the units that benefit from him buffing blue GT. But honestly, I think he's more for now setting up for when we do get a new blue GT unit, because he would then Zenkai buff them and he will do it very well. I feel like we are going to get a crazy new blue unit for GT, so that'll be insane. Ice Shannon is a maybe. I feel like if you're very desperate for blue and you don't really have this guy or Pan Zenkai Awaken, you'd want to use him. But Super Baby 2 will probably be the best blue unit for this tag, and will make it so that they will be carried quite a lot. Like if you take a look at Regen as well, I doubt they'll buff blue Regen. I think if they do buff blue Regen in this case, then I honestly think we might get an orange Piccolo as one of the new Legends Fest units, because they wouldn't just buff Regen out of nowhere after doing all these GTs. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Blue Slug got a Zenkai Awakening not long ago, so it could maybe mean they're trying to give a blue Regen unit Zenkai buffs, and that means we're getting a new blue Regen unit. But honestly, I think he'll go more the route of GT, because as I said, if we just got the Lord Slug's Zenkai Awakening not too long ago, and we have quite a lot of blue Zenkai units who buff blue Regen, so honestly I don't really see him doing that, and GT would be the best. I mean, especially when Pan buffed blue Hybrid Saiyans, I feel like he has to buff. Why do I keep saying buff? It's because I'm trying to say buff and blue at the same time, and I'm combining them together. Okay, he needs to buff blue GT, and then he will be great in my opinion. And honestly, I am very looking forward to this guy's Zenkai Awakening. He could be incredible if they do it well. So hopefully they do it well. Hopefully they do these in a nice way. I feel like we can get some nice additional crystals and everything. So hopefully this update is pretty good. Hopefully we get a new platinum equipment. I feel like they might introduce a new platinum equipment for GT that is more for blast based units, but we'll see how it goes. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. Obviously more than if you just subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.